Okay, so for this lab tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to enter the data you've collected last week from your Likert scale questionnaire into an Excel file. And then the next couple of videos will show you how to analyze it. So this was the stress rating scale. In the past, I've used this as a college student stress ratings questionnaire. That's what it was originally designed for, and I've taken some questions from that. And this is kind of a hypothetical, me filling this out from last year, how I felt as a graduate student, which was in 2016. So this is some of the stress I might have felt. So I filled one of these out, and then I filled two others out. This is more just made up data here, and as well as this here. So I filled three out as an example. And so you were supposed to, I believe, people have 6 of those filled out for your assignment. And you have an Excel file, and you need to set your Excel file up similar to how I've done here. I will not provide the Excel file because each of your Likert scale questionnaires are going to be different. They're going to have different amount of questions, but they will all need to be set up generally like this with an ID in column A, 1A, and then your questions following this way with your questions. All right, so it's pretty easy. What you'll have to do here is essentially just taking how your participants, the answers they gave, and then filling them in over here. So first thing I didn't need to mention is you need to give each of your questionnaires an ID. So this is ID 1, this is ID number 2, and this is ID number 3. So each of your questionnaires need to have an ID. The ID goes in column 1, and that way you can keep track of which survey the questions came from. So this is ID 1. So we'll put ID 1 here, ID 2 here, and ID 3 here. And ID 1, I've designated with arrows for the answers I gave. And so this is money. As a graduate student, pretty stressed about money. Question number 2 would be job. That's stressful because at the time I was teaching, I was a graduate assistant, so I was teaching classes as well as going to school as well, as many of us have to do. Grades, not too stressed as a graduate student about grades. Work class, that's a 3. Family, what's that, number 5? Somewhat stressful. Friends, not too stressful. Number 7 is health, a little bit stressful. 8, test prep, that's a 3. Relationships is a 3, and then not enough time, that's a 4. All right, so that's what you'll do for each of your surveys, your questionnaires. You'll fill them out, give the ID in column 1A to 2A down the line, and then for each of your participants, how they answered those, you'll answer it along the sort of this wide format here, and you'll do that for each one of your surveys. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. If you have questions, send me a course message, and then the next 2 videos will talk you through how to analyze that data.